I'd like to take this opportunity to briefly show you how to embed your visual into your text in Word and access the toolbars you can use to edit your visuals. So if we click on these visuals, we notice that these tools come up here. Now first, if we go into Insert, we can see that we can insert, this is the insert bar up here, toolbar. We can insert a picture, clip art, shapes, smart art, chart, screenshot. Okay. And naturally, if we're going to insert a picture, we can just click and insert it here. Here we could insert a screenshot. I'm going to press print screen, and if you see, I have the clipboard open so you can see it shows up on my clipboard. And so if I want to, I could go down here and click on paste, and boom, you see it pops it right in there. Okay. Now, as soon as you put such a visual in there, if you go into Picture Tools, you see this Format box comes up. And with the Format box, let's clear a little bit of space here. Oops. Now with the Format box, and it doesn't, if we go out of it, you can see that the Format box disappears. But if we click onto the visual, it reappears. Okay. So there's a couple things on this toolbar that you'll want to know about. And the first one is this picture styles. Okay. And this one is, if we go back up to this image, see how these things are like tilted at angles? See how these have basically, let me pop this up to 100% again. See how they're at angles there? Okay. And see how these have shadows behind them? All those effects are done with this picture styles. This one, before I forget, this was cropped, and that is done with this toolbar over here, which I'll show you later on. But you can see that that's a lot different than what you'll see on my screen shot down here. Okay, but all this stuff, the format, the picture styles can give you like those types of borders. So for instance, on this, I can put, a big border on it, or I can put, like a shaded kind of border. See how that kind of fades into nothing. Okay, if I click on it again, I can do something where I have sort of like a screen, so that really looks like a computer there. Okay, or I can make it look like a picture frame almost. And there's a bunch of these things where you can choose what you want. Even stuff like that where you have like a porthole. Okay. You can see there's one that goes sideways. You have to watch out for some of these. See how this has a reflection on the bottom? That also pushes everything else down. So it looks like you only have an image here, but really you're not going to be able to have any text down here. So you have to watch using some of these things. Less sometimes is better. So something simple sometimes can be just as effective, if not more effective, than something pretty complex. So don't always go for all the bells and whistles. Okay. I'll go with that one. Okay. Now, if we click on it, so that's part of the format or the picture styles. That's part of the picture styles toolbar. They also have different things here. You can choose you can like choose the weight and stuff of the picture border. You can mess around with the edges of the picture. You see there's all kinds of different toys you can do there. You can scroll through those, play with those yourself. And then there's also different stuff where you can put it into, something like a smart art chart. Okay. This next section here is, I call it the position frame, but it's officially the arrange frame. And this is something where if you insert something into a text like this. So this, we went in, I shouldn't say we, this, the group put this in here, and if you look under the position, they probably have it here or here or here or here. Okay, you can see you can move this around and take the text with you. Okay, so there you can put it like right in the middle of the text, and depending where you insert it, you know, you can also do stuff like, so here if you do that, you can go and like move it once you have it in there. Okay, but it gets you in the general position. The wrap text, this allows you to put the text around this. You see there, it's like behind it, in front of the text. You can have the text go, you can have it go through the text. You can have everything go tight, like if you have a really like messed up picture, with weird borders. You can have something that goes all around it. You can have something that just goes to the top and the bottom. All kinds of things that you can do there. And again, you can have stuff where you rotate the image, you can align it differently, you can take it forward and backward on the page. This is helpful, like if I want to put an image over, I can actually put an image over top of an image, and then I can decide which one's on top of the other. Or you can actually take things and put them in front of other images, or put them in front of text, or send it behind text. You can understand how that would work well. Now with our image, let's take a look at some of the options we have. Like for instance, we saw those images up top, and I said they might be cropped, or the size might be changed. If you hit this crop button, okay, and click on crop, what happens is you can resize any image. And with the, you can not only resize it, but you can trim it. That's what crop does. So if I just want like the page here, I can take all the computer stuff out by grabbing onto these little bars here and pulling them, pushing them, prying them to what I want. Okay, and if I hit enter, boom, all of a sudden you see how that's much different. So you can do all kinds of things with that toolbar, with images, that will come in handy not only for this document, but also for your main reports. And really, from this point on, you'll only get better and better at working with these images. Uh, when you start putting them in, try though to begin exploring how to insert images and move them around and get them to work with the text, beginning with this project if you haven't done so already. Many of you have already started with this, I'm sure, with the proposal and other projects that you've done. There's one more thing that you'll need to do with your visuals before the end of the semester and for your reports, and that is to insert or attach captions to them, and to do so through the references toolbar, so that you can generate a list of illustrations here called a table of figures, in the same way that you generate a table of content using your styles for your heading. For right now, however, try to utilize this experience in the group project as a way to begin building or refining or developing your skills at inserting and manipulating visuals in Word. We'll get back to this, but you can see here, if we click on the image and go to references, if we insert a caption, we can do all kinds of things. So there's figure 1, we can insert it, and it says figure 1 below it.